GM guys, welcome back to the Ladders Club, second week of February, and we're gonna begin with a banger. I've got trades for you and a couple of setups. I want you to create a nice watch list and be ready. The first week was amazing. Let's continue that, alright? So without wasting any time, we'll get into the video. Let's go! Okay, let's start with how we always start. The Bitcoin chart on higher time frame. This is the weekly time frame. I always tell you, we are in a bear market. We were in a bull market from 15k until 126k, and then we dropped below this trendline resistance and support, we fell below this trendline support, and since then we are actually falling. And right now as well, BTC is actually ready to tap that 50k level. Yes, $50,000 from $126,000. You know how much discount is that? From the all-time highs, that is going to be a discount of around 60%. Now I've got a trade here. Obviously I've got a trade. If you go on 3-day time frame, you will see what is happening here. Exactly. You are seeing a proper dead cat bounce from the 60k level until the 74k level. You can also see how important this resistance is. This resistance is basically the resistance from pre-Trump era. This is where Trump came into the power, and this is how markets went up, right? But before that, there was a proper resistance in Bitcoin at this 73 to 75k region, and now the price is actually reaching that place. Now what I'm doing is I'm just waiting for the deviation. I also talked about this in the last video. I said that I'm looking for a Bitcoin short position, but we have to wait for a deviation. Why do we have to wait for a deviation? Is because we want confirmation on this trade. The stop loss is going to be around 3.5%, but no entry until the time deviation happens, because if the deviation does not happen, then Bitcoin will continue towards the upside until the 80 to 82k 84k region. So again, I'm going to repeat it. If the deviation happens, this becomes a short position. If the deviation does not happen, we aren't doing anything on BTC. I still remain on the bear side, and I'm going to play according to the bear market rule, which is every bounce is a dead cat bounce and every bounce is shortable, right? So that was the first thing that I wanted to talk about. Second, some people are looking for this, fear and greed index, and talking about how fear and greed index was 10, 9, 11, 9, 12, and 5 when there were massive crashes, for example, 2012, Mangox, FTX, COVID, and now 2026. This does not matter. Trust me, this thing does not really matter. You will not make generational wealth by buying at these places. There is no proof of that. Bitcoin has been in that situation in different times in the bear markets. So this is of no use in my opinion, right? So do not be looking at these things. Rather be focusing on better things. For example, you are actually not ready for this. I love this fractal. This guy has actually, painted the picture perfectly, that we had a massive drop, and every single time BTC has a massive drop, it actually goes into a consolidation. Why? Because after every massive high volume, high volatility move, you need some kind of reaccumulation, and then reaccumulation happens, and obviously we are in a bear market, so the bear market continues and BTC falls below 50k level, which is going to be proper capitulation of the price, and that is what I'm expecting. I am in the bear camp right now until the time I get signs that Bitcoin is going to go towards the upside. But this does not mean that I'm not taking long positions. I'm obviously taking long positions. If you look at my trade log, which is loading in front of you, here you go. I've actually taken in the first week of February, this is my February trade log, I've actually taken 1, 2, 3. Out of 4 trades, 3 have been long positions. So being a bear does not mean that I'm not trading towards the upside. I'm a trader. I'm going to trade both the sides, but both the directions, but I have to make sure that I understand the main trend in the market. And right now the main trend in the market is the downward trend. And it's not only the crypto, you get me. 100% of the biggest insider trades this week have been sell only. Look at that. Insider trades. 100% of the biggest insider trades. What is the story over here? It's actually very simple. Stock sell-off not over, Goldman Sachs says. So Goldman Sachs, which is the biggest investment bank in the market right now, in every single country, they're telling you that the stock sell-off right now is not over and it can actually continue. Doesn't really matter as a trader, but I want to also buy spot. I want to buy spot BTC. I want to buy spot Solana, Hyperliquid, Zcash, Pump Fund, Syrup. But I won't be doing it here because I believe that the prices can fall. Now guys, understand, I'm going to show you a very nice thing here. Look, we are taking trades, but we are only taking trades during the European session or the American session. Now someone asked me on Twitter, why are we not taking trades in the Asian session? I want to reply to that thing is because if you go to Velo and you check the BTC cumulative returns by session over here, it's a very good it's an amazing tool, free obviously. You will see how the Apex session has literally been flat in the last 3 months. In the last 3 months, Apex session, which is the Asian session, has been flat, 0 to 4% range. Whereas if you look at EU and EU session and the American session, there has been super volatility. There has been a lot of volatility, which is why we are only taking trades in the European and American session, because we love volatility. Traders love volatility, and that's what we want, right? It's pretty simple. Now guys, I'm doing so much for you. I'm doing a lot for you. I'm not asking for any money, but what I'm asking for is likes. If you're just watching that, it helps me. It helps the algo to, push the video to other people. And if new people watch us, then we build a stronger community, right? So I just passed 1,000 subscribers. And what I said is I won't stop. I won't stop spreading trading education. We'll make sure that everyone is reading the markets right. And I don't want people to gamble. Will never encourage anyone to gamble in the markets. I always want to make sure that people are trading and treating trading as a business. There is no room for gambling on this channel. If you want to gamble your money, please go to some other channel. There are millions of channels in crypto, in equities and other areas. Use Polymarket, do sports betting, but not here, okay? No financial advice, but make sure that you're genuinely trading with me and the community, right? Which is why you're here. Okay, enough drama, right? Now let's go into what is happening this week. A lot is happening this week, to be honest with you. You've got CPI. First of all, look at this image. It's funny. Investors are actually paying the bear, thinking that he's a bull, but he's actually a bear. We are in a bear market, guys. You've got CPI this Friday, but before CPI, you've got two major things happening. Hood earnings, which is Robinhood coming up with their earnings on Tuesday, and Coinbase coming up with their earnings on Thursday. And in my opinion, these can be the trades, right? I'm not giving you any limit orders right now. I gave you Bitcoin analysis. Now you can pause, go back, write it on a piece of paper how I'm trading this. I explained everything literally in this video. Now Coinbase, I took an amazing trade on Coinbase, if you remember. Like, I'm going to show you. Wait, if I go to Strong Central channel, I can show you. Look at that, 84% profit, 10x leverage trade, and I gave the trade over here. Look at that. I said we want a tap at 149, 150, and we got the tap there, and the price actually moved towards the upside. I took all the profits, and now I'm looking for Coinbase again, a trade. This is a trade, and that is how a trader works, right? If your thesis got validated, that's it, you're out, and then you're looking for something else, right? Now the earnings are coming up, and I want a double bottom. I want a double bottom on Coinbase. The first bottom was this one, and I'm looking for a double bottom. If the price comes towards the downside, I will think about taking a trade. Now listen to this. Think. Focus is on that word think. I'm not actually giving you a signal over here. I'm saying that put it in your watch list. Earnings are on Thursday, and I will think to take a trade on this one. Obviously, I'm going to be making videos every 2 days, so I'll tell you if there is a trade on this thing. Now, the next one I want to talk about is Robinhood. Robinhood is a stock which I really like. I want to accumulate this in my spot as well, but right now it's in no man's land. This whole area is no trade zone in my opinion. If the price comes to this level, it's a no-brainer long. If it comes to this level, just long it without thinking. Okay, that's the previous all-time high. I'm telling you, with a stop loss of around 4.5% to 5%, long this thing. Where do you long this thing? You can long this thing anywhere. Hyperliquid, lighter. You can long this thing on X stocks, on centralized exchanges like Bybit, BitGet, anywhere you want. Binance as well. They've got equities, right? I long Coinbase on BitGet, so you can do it anywhere, right? Now, if it comes here, it's a proper long. But if it goes above, if the earnings are good, let's say the earnings are tomorrow, okay? If the earnings are good and if it reaches towards the upside, then in my opinion, this can be a really good short over here. So I'm going to announce when I'm taking the trade, because right now the price is in the no trading zone, but keep it in your watch list. Keep Coinbase in your watch list, keep Robinhood in your watch list. But Kapoor, where is the trade? Here is the trade, guys. Here is the trade for you. Palantir is the next trade for me. I'm already looking at this massive head and shoulder pattern which is forming. The breakdown has already happened and now the price is moving towards the upside. All we want is a tap here and then boom, that is going to be our short trade. So I'm going to be shorting Palantir. Software stocks are already doing really bad, and in my opinion any kind of dead cat bounce here is going to be a short position, very similar to what we are looking at Bitcoin chart as well. And I've already updated this in my trading journal as well. Look at that limit order on Palantir, right? You've got 145 is the entry, 153 is your stop loss, and my limit order is already open. You can do it anywhere. Once again, Hyperliquid, Lighter, Ostium, wherever you want to do it. So this is it. In stocks, I only have one limit order right now and it's Palantir. I'm looking at Coinbase and Robinhood, but I might take the trade, I might not. I'm going to announce it before taking the trade. That's for sure. Now, obviously you saw Hyperliquid as well over here and you're like, oh, I'm going to copy that. But wait, let me actually give you the thesis in the next 2 to 3 minutes and then decide whether you want to take the trade or not. Look, you can listen to me, but you have to follow your thesis, right? First, I want to talk about some nothing burger things. For example, gold has started to go to up again. Gold has reached 5K and silver has reached $80 level, and it's happening because of the growing US and Iran tensions. It's going to keep happening. There is no good chart right now in commodities, to be honest with you, which is why I don't want to waste time, showing the charts to you. I can spend like 20-30 minutes showing different charts to you, but I don't want to do that because your time is really precious. And mine too. 8 straight months of inflows into precious metal ETFs, which is amazing. So if there is a trade, I'm going to tell you, but right now there is actually no trade. But there is one trade in Hyperliquid. Like, a lot of things are happening with Hyperliquid right now. Hyperliquid is fundamentally super strong. Kyle Samani said a lot of things, but I don't believe in that. Another day, another all-time high. This time Hyperliquid hits a new all-time high in volume versus Binance and Bybit. Actually crazy. PERPDEX volume is actually increasing hard. The volume, the volatility there is too much, and people are actually going towards that, towards the PERPDEXs, and Hyperliquid is one of the best one, obviously. And I do not always follow Arthur Hayes, let's say, or I do not agree with a lot of things he says, but here he wants to take a bet with Kyle Samani. Kyle Samani said that Hyperliquid is, in most respects, everything what is wrong with crypto, and Arthur Hayes said that no, Hyperliquid is actually really good, and I believe that Hyperliquid is good. I have it in my spot. I want to accumulate Hyperliquid in my spot, but I've got a leverage trade for you guys, and the leverage trade is pretty simple. I believe that Hyperliquid is going to come towards the downside to this yellow box, and that is going to be my entry. The stop loss is going to be around 3.5% to 3.9%, which is quite similar to what I do, because I always make sure that I'm taking same lots in every single trade, so my risk management is sorted that way. I don't have to calculate a lot, and that is going to be my entry. My TP1 is going to be here at 30.3, my TP2 is going to be 32, and my last TP, final TP, is going to be around $35. So that is my trade. Yes, it's 10% away right now, which is why we put a limit order. Which is why we put the limit order. That is the Kapoor strategy. Put the limit order and win in the market. So you've got Palantir, which I gave, you've got Hyperliquid now, and yeah, first week of February was quite amazing, guys. Now we're in the second week of February, new trades, and we're going to kill it, obviously. Now I'm going to take it on Bitfunded, obviously, and I love Bitfunded because I want to be funded in crypto as well. I'm already funded in Forex. So if you want to join Bitfunded, link is in the description. Use that, get discount, and follow these trades with me. No financial advice, but follow your own trades as well. And just kill it, guys, kill it. Like, trade with someone else's money. That is the game. When you realize that trading is basically trading with someone else's money, that is how you win in the markets. That is when you actually win in the markets. It's funny, right? But yeah, that's what happens. Now I've got another trade idea for you. This is an idea, this is not a trade. So trades were Palantir and Hyperliquid, but I've got an idea for you which is from the gaming sector. What? Gaming? Yeah, it's a short setup, it's not a long setup. So if you actually see on 1 day time frame, gaming has been doing really good, and the main reason has been Axie Infinity, which is AXS token. And why is it going towards the upside is, I've got no idea why it's going towards the upside. It was going towards the upside back in late January as well, and I shorted this thing because I hate gaming narrative. It doesn't do anything. But if gaming narrative actually goes towards the upside and Axie Infinity actually goes towards that 1.66 area, then I'm going to wait for the deviation and I'm going to short. Now again, this is a trade idea. This is not a trade right now. It's maturing at the moment. So when it matures, I'm going to tell you in the later videos. But if you want, write it on a piece of paper, have it in your watch list that we are waiting for this 1.66 region. You can also tag me on Twitter if it happens, or just comment below this video that, oh, 1.66 is tapped, what do we do now? And obviously I'm going to answer. I answer to all the comments that you guys do. All right, so I'm just waiting for the deviation here, and it's a very simple trade because gaming shouldn't be up, and it is up, so for no reason. That is one thing. I've got one more trade, but I want to save it for next time. It's Tibber. I want to save it for next time because it's maturing as well. So that is it, guys. In this video I talked about two trades. Basically, if you're only interested in actionable stuffs, it's Palantir and Hyperliquid, one from equities, one from crypto. And guys, just like the video, please like the video, subscribe if you're new, and subscriber count is actually increasing, which is amazing, which shows that I'm doing something right. And let's just kill it. Let's kill it in the markets. No breaks in our PNL, no breaks in the risk management style as well. We are treating this as a business. Okay, thank you.